I have my coffee. Today is a very cool and rainy day, which is very nice, and I think that it would just make a lovely day to do a book discussion, and that is exactly what I'm here to do today. Hello everyone, it is Samantha. I hope you guys are having a really great day. It's been a while since I've done a book discussion, so I decided it was high time that I did it again. I was trying to think of a discussion that I would like to film, and it finally came to me. And today I want to talk to you guys about beautiful book covers and why I value them. So throughout my life, I have encountered many different book lovers, and one thing that I have heard many people discuss is beautiful book covers, and there's a differing opinion on that. Some people think it might be frivolous to purchase a book that you want to read based upon the type of cover it has, like buying a specific edition. Some people don't, etc. And I kind of want to tell you guys my opinion on the matter for myself. To me, I think it goes past just a pretty book cover. I value the cover as a work of art just as much as I value the words that it contains as a work of art themselves. Together, I personally think that they come together to create a masterpiece that we can all love, value, and admire. So often when we purchase a book, we tend to just think of the author that has created it, the story, the words that we're going to read, things like that. And I think that we often tend to forget that another artist was involved in producing this book that you hold in your hands, and that is the artist that created the cover themselves. Somebody whose medium is paint, inks, pencil, what have you, and they have taken their time and effort and talent to create a cover for the book that you are enjoying. Often when I look at a pretty book cover, I like to think of the artist that took their time to create that book cover, the artist that read the book and talked with the author and took the time to express the author's words in the form of a picture or painting. They have taken the time to express the author's intent into their own medium, which is the medium of, again, paints, inks, whatever it is that the artist is using. I feel that both artists should be valued. Both the artist who paints pictures using words, as well as the artist who paints pictures using paint. Both have put in the time and effort to make this masterpiece, this thing of wonder and beauty that we hold so dear to our hearts. Beautiful book cover videos are actually quite common on Booktube. I did one myself about a year ago, but I think that one thing I've noticed through all of them, and I myself am guilty of this when I filmed mine, is that we tend to leave out the artist who actually created the book cover that we so admire. And I think that that is something that we should all be more aware of. We should take the time to research who the artist might be, so it's not always necessarily readily apparent who the artist is. It's not always listed. But I think that it's important that we put out who the artist is that created that picture that we so love on this cover and let people know who the artist is, because a lot of them have blogs of their own and things like that. I think that it's important that we give recognition to both artists, both the author and the artist, and I think that is just something that is important, as they should both be valued. So whenever I purchase a book with a cover that appeals to me, I don't really see it as frivolous or shallow or anything like that. I see the artist that created it and the author that wrote it, and I feel honored to hold such a work of art in my hands and to be able to put it on my shelf and display it and to look at it myself and to read the words that the author has created and to look at this beautiful picture that this artist has taken the time to produce, because I mean that's why we go to museums. We go to museums to look at art, as well as I look at my bookshelf to look at the art that it holds. Because to me, why shouldn't this masterpiece of words have a masterpiece of art in order to house the wonder that it holds? Indeed, I think beautiful book covers are nothing new. You can look back on history from the very first scrolls and books that were ever produced. Look at illuminated manuscripts. These monks who took the time to put the beautiful words of the Bible onto paper, and then they created beautiful imagery surrounding those words to kind of enhance the thing and make it a true work of art. I think that our desire to place the written word between pages of beauty goes back very, very far, and I think it's because we ourselves view the written word as a thing of wonder and beauty, and we would like it to be surrounded by beauty itself, if that makes any sense. Books are beautiful and wondrous things, and I think it is truly one of the most amazing things that man has ever created. I think next to the fire, I think that is one of the most amazing things that we have ever produced. It has done so much to teach people and allow people to see outside of where they live in the world and to learn new things, and I think that is just an amazing, amazing thing that we have done. And I think that such a thing of wonder deserves to be placed between covers that are equally as beautiful. Of course, there are always covers that we might see as unappealing, but just because I see a book cover that I see as unappealing does not mean that somebody else does not value that book cover as a work of art. Take, for instance, fantasy. I love fantasy, and I have seen some covers that, to me personally, I do not like at all in fantasy books, but I know of people that love those book covers and find them to be so fascinating and interesting will actually try and collect those covers that I don't much care for. And that's the beautiful thing about art. It's kind of in the eye of the beholder, as they say. A piece of art that I may not enjoy, somebody else will, and same can be applied to book covers and the art that they hold. So in short, I personally feel that it is perfectly acceptable to value a book both for its cover as well as for the words placed between its pages. Both are art, both were created by artists who took the time and the effort and used their talent to create this masterpiece, and I think that both should be valued equally. So that's kind of my opinion on beautiful books and why I value them. I value them both as a work of art, both for the cover and the artist that created it, as well as for the words that they contain and the artist that created it. And I think that they are both wonderful and beautiful things, and together they do come together to create a masterpiece. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this discussion, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this topic, and I would just love to hear it, as well as some of your favorite beautiful book covers and the artists that created them. I'm going to end this video with some of my favorite beautiful covers and the artists who produced them, and these are also some of my favorite stories and favorite authors as well. So together the whole thing is a beautiful work of art. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little end to this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!